Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that is very close to my condition: how introverts can communicate confidently. If you are an introvert like me, you may sometimes feel like you are at a disadvantage when it comes to expressing yourself, especially in social situations where extroverts seem to dominate. But don't worry, because being an introvert does not mean you can't be a great communicator. In fact, introverts have some excellent communication skills that they may not even know about. In this video, I will share with you 3 simple techniques that can help you leverage your introverted strengths and communicate with more confidence and ease. Technique number 1. Select a suitable physical environment. The first technique is to select a suitable physical environment for your communication. This may sound obvious, but it can make a huge difference in how comfortable and effective you feel when communicating. As an introvert, you probably prefer quiet and cool environments that allow for more thoughtful thinking and less sensory stimulation. Noisy environments tend to force you to speak louder and may hamper your ability to focus on what you want to say or listen attentively to others. Brightly lit or warm environments may also excite your senses and emotions, but debilitate your thinking. So whenever possible, try to arrange for communication to take place at locales that are relatively quiet, dimly lit, and cool. For example, if you have a meeting at work, choose a conference room instead of a cafeteria. If you have a date with someone, choose a cozy cafe instead of a crowded bar. If you have a phone call with someone, choose a private room instead of a public space. By doing this, you will save energy and reduce stress for yourself and create more conducive conditions for meaningful communication. Technique number 2. Practice active listening. The second technique is to practice active listening. Active listening is one of the most important communication skills for anyone, but especially for introverts who tend to be naturally good listeners. Active listening means paying full attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting or judging them, showing interest and empathy by nodding your head, leaning in or making eye contact, asking open-ended questions or paraphrasing what they said to clarify understanding, giving feedback or expressing appreciation when appropriate. Active listening has many benefits for both yourself and the other person. For yourself, it helps you learn more about the other person's perspective and needs. It also helps you gather information that can help you formulate your own response or opinion later on. For the other person, it makes them feel heard and respected. It also encourages them to open up more and share more details with you. So whenever you communicate with someone else, try to practice active listening as much as possible. Don't worry about having something clever or witty to say all the time. Sometimes just being present and attentive is enough. Technique number 3. Pause and wait for a response. The third technique is to pause and wait for a response after speaking. This may sound counterintuitive because we often think that pausing means we don't know what to say or we are losing confidence. But actually, pausing can be very powerful because it shows that we are thoughtful and respectful of what we say. It also gives us time to process what we said and check if it makes sense. It also gives the other person time to process what we said and respond accordingly. As an introvert, you probably like gaps between sentences because they allow you to savor the conversation better. They also allow you to think before speaking, which is one of your strengths as an introvert. Extroverts, on the other hand, may like to fill in the gaps with more words because they like to think out loud, which is one of their strengths as extroverts. But sometimes this can create confusion or misunderstanding between introverts and extroverts because they have different communication styles. So whenever you speak with someone else, especially an extrovert, try to pause briefly after making a point or asking a question. Then wait patiently for their response. Don't rush into saying something else just because there is silence. Silence doesn't mean awkwardness, it means respect. By doing this, you will show that you value quality over quantity when communicating. You will also give yourself and the other person or space and time to connect and understand each other better. That's all for today's video. I hope these 3 simple techniques will make us better to communicate. Have a good day.